So recently, a man in Texas by the name of Justin Bundy was arrested and put on trial for assault charges, which he pled guilty to after beating his partner's ex-boyfriend. Now, maybe you've heard about this, or maybe you've heard that he was given a choice between going to jail for 2 weeks or accepting probation. Reasonable as that sounds, Judge Randall Rogers of Smith County decided that his probation would include marrying his partner as well as writing this Bible verse 25 times a day. I shouldn't have to explain why this is bullshit. No one should constantly need to explain why it is wrong to be forced to abide by an order, court-issued or otherwise, that is based on another person's religious or personal beliefs. The law is supposed to protect people from that, but sadly it often does not. I'm not shocked by this, though. These kind of things happen far too often, some more blatant and subtle than others. The United States has a terrible track record when it comes to abiding by the concept of separation of church and state. Just look at the recent nationwide decision to uphold the right for someone to marry another person of the same gender. The constitutional right, which took far too long to even be considered for a country that purports to be so great and free. There is also the issue of Islamophobia, mostly driven by the September 11th attacks. Fear and confusion of what a mosque or a hijab represents, replacing in their heads the words Muslim or Islam with terrorists or terrorism, breeding xenophobia in themselves and others. It is very obviously a result of religion interfering with politics. Christians, though some may not even realize it, do not want one free nation for anyone and everyone. They do not want equality. What they want is a theocracy. They want Christian virtues and concepts taught in public schools. They want biased opinions being distributed to their children and the children of others, regardless of those people's personal beliefs or upbringings. That does not sound like freedom to me. They fail to realize that when they attempt to burn the principles and laws of Christianity into American legislature that affects millions of people who do not share those same beliefs, they are actually the terrorists in a way. This is not new for Christianity, though. There's manifest destiny, slavery, not only of Africans, but Native Americans as well, the Inquisition, the Crusades, our continued support to restore the nation of Israel. In fact, a big reason why we strive to keep Israel happy is purely religious. Sure, there are some other factors that are important as well, but the fact that religion should have anything to do with it is an atrocious notion. Just listen to some of the quotes from our presidents on why we have supported and aided Israel. The Allied nations, with the fullest concurrence of our government and people, agreed that in Palestine shall be laid the foundations of a Jewish commonwealth. To think that I, the son of the Mans, should be able to help restore the Holy Land to its people. It is impossible for one who has studied at all the services of the Hebrew people to avoid the faith that they will one day be restored to their historic national home and there enter on a new and yet greater phase of their contribution to the advance of humanity. The alliance between our governments is unbreakable, yet the source of our friendship runs deeper than any treaty. It is grounded in the shared spirit of our people, the bonds of the book, the ties of the soul. I mean, even fucking Bill Clinton said this. Our relationship would never vary from its allegiance to the shared values, the shared religious heritage, the shared democratic politics, which have made the relationship between the United States and Israel a special, even on occasion, a wonderful relationship. Unfortunately, what Mr. Clinton failed to realize is that we don't share a religious heritage with Israel. We have invested in their supposed religious heritage. Maybe we were just covering our bases. You know, in case they were right and Jesus was full of shit. Just one more cloud in the face of what was intended to be a secular democracy with freedom for all, regardless of beliefs. So with all of this church involvement in domestic and international politics in the public and people's everyday personal lives, why the fuck are we still protecting the churches under tax-exempt status? Why, when in a 2012 study from the University of Tampa found that we are losing out approximately $71 billion, do we still allow that to happen? If politicians and their supporters cannot keep their religion separated from government, then why should we continue to support them financially? The answer is, we shouldn't.